stay at home, protect the NHS and save lives.
He was the first health secretary in a century to face a global pandemic, a fixture on our screens for months, warning people not to overwhelm the NHS. Today he appeared at the COVID inquiry again to face questions over his decisions and that public health messaging. His claims the NHS was not overwhelmed were repeatedly challenged.
What did you understand it would look like if the NHS were overwhelmed?
That people wouldn't be able to get any treatment at all in hospitals. Of course, every part of the NHS was under pressure, and some individual parts were found that pressure overwhelming, but the system as a whole withstood the pressures.
But Mr. Hancock was repeatedly quizzed on examples of patients who couldn't access other urgent care, like cancer treatment, and elective procedures like hip replacements. He repeatedly tried to shift responsibility to NHS England management. The former health secretary has spoken before this inquiry already. It's been going on for over 2 years. Nevertheless, the public gallery was packed with people who lost loved ones during the pandemic. Many of them, though, are still upset. The chair hasn't invited more of them to give testimony. At lunchtime, they vented their frustration with this red carpet demonstration. An inquiry spokesperson says the bereaved are participating and being listened to, but there are time pressures. Rivka lost her father Michael during the first lockdown. She's disappointed with the chair, Baroness Hallett.
So to not be included is it's all part and parcel of her attitude towards bereaved people. We're just an annoyance, and our only expertise in her eyes is on being bereaved, when in fact we know what happened.
James, who lost his mother Jacqueline, wasn't impressed by Matt Hancock's obfuscation.
We want people to admit when they're wrong, be able to own up to it, and accept the consequences, which they would do if they are running a private company, for example. I'm a private company director. If somebody died on my watch, I would go to prison. I don't see any of that happening here for any of the people who've given evidence.
Matt Hancock will continue giving testimony tomorrow, with the inquiry set to conclude midway through 2025. The families of the bereaved hope whatever recommendations it makes, whoever is in charge in the next pandemic has listened.